database. So they're only letting the public know a little bit of this information now. They're only unveiling the proverbial tip of the iceberg to the population and spinning it all into a big mess so people are confused by it. But bottom line, your blood for 36 years worldwide in the entire industrialized world under a UN program, your blood is taken and is put in this database and is used for medical research. And that's not even denied by the University of Texas that runs the program, one of 4 universities running it in the United States, and they get the federal grants and money to carry it out. We're going to get some guests on about this next week and give you the full details of what's happening. But we go to all this trouble to expose that it's happening, and when they finally admit it, they spin it. Absolutely incredible. But it's the same MO. It's the same trick. In 1994, Bill Clinton signed an executive order that the states wouldn't get their highway funds if they didn't put in thumbprints and digital photo systems for standardization of a national ID card. I covered that in my first film, America Destroyed by Design, that we put out in 1997. So we had a national ID card in 1994. They're just now getting around to telling the public that their state driver's license are federally standardized and federally controlled and are really a national ID card. And now the feds say, hey, we'll just issue you a hemispheric North American Union card. You've seen those TV ads on television. But by the time they tell you we've got a national ID card, it's 8-9 years after the UN treaty signed in Australia at a UN conference by the United States and England and others in 2000, standardizing the global ID card. So see, you're already in a global DNA database, and they're just now getting around to telling you, oh, the state's keeping your blood. I'm really excited about Mark Moreno coming on the broadcast in the middle of the next hour. He heads up the Climate Depot to talk about these leaked documents, the hacked documents. By the way, there's not just the emails. There are the documents, the computer program code and notes by the programmers hired by the climate scientists. And they're in there, in the notes of the program, how to engage in fraud, how to lie, how they're cooking the numbers to show temperatures going up. And they're going, man, this is hard. They're going down. How do we fix this? Well, you do this, you do that. We're going to go over some of the source code today as well. I mean, we have them absolutely caught red-handed. And this is also a great education in how their spin machine works, because now the London Guardian has articles playing the victim. Oh, there's persecution of these wonderful scientists by the horrible demons that hacked these emails. They're being persecuted. They're victims of hate. When you actually read the emails, it's how to get scientists fired, how to get people kicked off of their tenure, how to get people removed, how to persecute scientists that didn't agree with them, how to keep them from getting published, how to keep them from getting research funds, how to secretly behind the scenes threaten peer-reviewed journals not to publish scientists' work, which ruins their careers. They are out there persecuting people and then saying they're being persecuted. It's just too rich. So we're going to be breaking all of that down. On the economy front, the real jobless rate, 17.5% of workers are unemployed. Now, that's CNBC. Why is this so important? Because when even mainline television hacks come out and say that the 10.2% number being put out by the Commerce and Departments of Labor, when even mainstream media says it's actually 17.5, and all the other real economists who are crunching the numbers say it's between 20 and 22, depending on whose numbers you look at. So we got 20% unemployment in this country. That's depression level. And you got the federal government engaging in another mass hoax, telling everybody that no, it's only 10.2. Also, gold jumps to record as slumping dollar spurs investment demand to an all-time mega high. An all-time mega high of $1,174 an ounce. That is huge. Also, the FBI and Homeland Security reports we covered 6 years ago said that you're going to have a national ID card to have a job, a national ID card to drive your car. It doesn't matter if you just have a driver's license. It's also federalized. There are going to be random lockdowns on highways, on streets, on roads. Shopping malls are going to have metal detectors. Federal Viper teams with federal marshals at the TSA are going to run checkpoints everywhere. It's now happening all over the news today. Star Tribune, Minneapolis Star Tribune, first ever lockdown drills today at Mall of America. We're going to be going over that. Also, the Metro London newspaper reports Britain's back baby limit. Government is moving to depopulate Britain by at least 50%. That's London Telegraph, London Guardian, both reporting on that as if it's a wonderful thing. And in this report, it says a third of Britons would support a law capping the number of children per family to 1. Get ready, it's coming here. Taxes for more than one child. And then that gets into all of the climate fraud. Because, look, the climate cultists aren't tree-hugging liberals. I want to make this clear. They actually could care less about the environment. They believe they're going to become gods with high-tech systems. They don't care about true environmental threats like genetic engineering with cross species. I'm going to talk more about this next hour. They hate fellow humans. They want to control life and death. They want to shut your resources off. I want to describe to you exactly who we're dealing with. And these arrogant, swollen, power-tripping scientists are all members of eugenics societies. Every stinking one of them. I can take a top climate scientist who's pushing man-made global warming and calling for global carbon taxes and global carbon ration cards, and I can put their name in after the term sustainability, eugenics, population reduction, and they're always signing letters and writing books and going to conferences. It's a cult. We got a murdering Nazi death cult in control of our society. And people better grow up and realize it. I was right about gold going up. I was right about staged terror attacks. I was right in January about how they were going to have a big flu scare when nobody was talking about it. I was right about how they're taking your baby's blood for 36, almost 37 years at birth and putting it in an international UN database. Now it's mainstream media. I don't make any of this up. Do you understand? We don't have time to screw around and live in denial anymore. And don't roll your eyes out there if you're a new listener and say, this guy's a nut. Listen to me. You better then go prove I'm a nut. Because I know when you try to go disprove what I'm saying, you're going to find out it's even worse than I can even describe to you.